Good morning, good afternoon, and good night to everyone who's watching around the world. This is the BSR Cup Series League, and today we are at Daytona International Speedway for another Super Speedway event here. You remember this is our first Super Speedway race of the season, and that one was crazy. Had one car, or had like one car cross the line, and like 4 seconds later the next car did to end the race. It was a very intense, very crazy race. Alongside me, as usual, is my co-presenter, Colin Bester. And
My friend.
and yeah, Colin, take it away. What are we expecting in this race tonight?
Well, certainly it's like you said, hopefully better than our first trip here at Daytona when we kicked off the season. But we're back in Daytona for a summer shootout, 80 laps underneath the lights here at the High Bank Super Speedway here at the World Center for Racing, Daytona Beach, Florida. Should be a very fun race, 2x2 pretty much. It's just try to see who can get the run, who can survive 80 laps here. About one pit stop for this race on fuel to get you to the end. Not a lot of pit strategy is going to come into play here unless we get cautions late, and then pit strategy will come into play. But certainly it's a fun night. We're ending the regular season here at Daytona, and it's our second to last Super Speedway race. We have Talladega later in the fall, but this is certainly one of our favorite races of the year. The Daytona Night Race always brings excitement, whether in real life or in iRacing. So certainly this could be shaping up to be one of the better races of the year.
Absolutely, Colin. I gotta say, pretty excited for this one. This is a crapshoot, so anyone can win this race. Doesn't matter if you start pole or you start in the back, you can come back and finish in front. This is why Daytona is or why super speedways in general are known as the great equalizer. You can start from anywhere in the field, have any amount of stuff happen to you, go from first to last to first again, all in a matter of laps. What only matters is you surviving and you being there in the last lap to finish up this race.
Yeah. I mean, that's the name of the game when it comes to super speed racing is survival. I mean, the thing is where we went last week, we were at, where did we go? Where were we at last week?
Loudon.
Loudon. That's a place where you can kind of control your own destiny. The field sort of spreads out a little bit. Here, you have to race in the pack to have speed at all times. If you lose that pack, if you fall about a second or so behind the pack, you're done. You're waiting for a caution, hoping that you do not go a lap down here. But certainly, your faith is in the hands of the other drivers tonight to make it to the end. Looking at the qualifying leaderboard here, it doesn't matter where you qualify. Elliott here, it matters where you finish. A.J. Godsey won the pole with 50.088. Jeff Hinkle qualified P2. He'll be outside front row. And who's that guy who qualified P3 on time?
Why, that looks like Roland Collette in that number 9 car, JS Design Chevrolet. He'll be qualifying third on the day. Gus Otero will be in fourth on the high side, second in line in that BSR Easy Deal and Wheels and Tires Toyota Camry. Number 76, Isaac Treese will qualify fifth. Alan Duggar in sixth. Miles Stacy in seventh. Nick Godsey in seventh. Miles Stacy in eighth. Daniel Esteban Cardoso in ninth. Ben Adamson in 10th, Ray Adamson in 11th. So we've got 11 cars out here today. This is going to be a fun one, folks. I really think we could see a great race today.
Yeah, 80 laps. It's not a marathon, but it's certainly not a sprint. It's in between or so. Alan Duggar starting off P5 outside line, that red, white, and blue Toyota Camry. A regular season champion. Locked it up last week, just taking the race at Loudon. Actually, a couple weeks ago at Richmond. He took the regular season crown. He enters next week, Elliott, as the point leader. Only about a 10-point advantage over second place Nick Godsey as we head into round one of the BSR Chase for the Cup.
Now, I want to highlight the guy who's in third in the Cup standings. This man is Gus Otero, and he's going to be firing off fourth. He's just showing consistency can really make the season championship points. So we're green now. AJ Godsey going to lead us to green, and he's going to step out front to a pretty decent lead. You got the Jeff Hinkle right now in fourth place, leading that top, or in second place. Sorry, leading that top lane.
Yeah, 2x2. It's going to take you about to turn 3 to get these cars wound up to full song. AJ Godsey on the inside line, 2x2 down the backstretch.
Here they come. That top lane is really starting to lose a little bit of momentum, but if we know anything about the top lane, it's that they can gain momentum in a heartbeat. That bottom lane is known as a more stable line.
Yeah, and it's the safest line, in my opinion. If there's something goes wrong, you have options. You can go high, you can go low beyond that apron. And that apron is going to be a thing we talk about all night. That double yellow line around the bottom of the racetrack is similar to the double yellow line you see on the roads. You cannot advance your position below that yellow line. You can't even really go below that yellow line in real life, but in iRacing, you can't advance your position below that yellow line. That is certainly something that plays into AJ Godsey's favor. As the top 5 now single file through the first 6 cars. The only one is Gus Otero leading the outside line. Looks like everyone is trying to fade into one line. And that's the thing we talked about in the pre-race, Elliot, is survival. It's trying to get to lap 71, pretty much still having a clean car, still in contention to win this race. Nick Godsey all the way back in P11 right now. Anyone can win this race. It's not like a Loudon last week where we saw Alan Duggar just come on strong. It's not like a Sonoma where Isaac Treese dominated the event earlier this year. This is anyone's race. Anyone in here can win their race and get some well-needed momentum going into the playoffs. As we see Alan Duggar push Gus Otero. He's coming into the top 5.
Yeah, followed by Nick Godsey down the backstretch. Those 3 cars up on that top lane have got a little bit momentum. But remember, they need about 7 or more cars in order for it to be a fully efficient and realized line. That's unfortunately not happening. They're missing more than half of the cars they need. They're missing about 4. AJ Godsey will lead another lap, followed by Roland Collette and Isaac Treese. Collette's going to step out now. He's going to try and take the lead and catch that run on the high side. Is anyone going to else go with him? It's going to be Isaac Treese in that one car. He's going to join up on the top lane, give that one a run, and Roland Collette now will lead coming out of turn 2.
Sparks coming out underneath that front left of Roland Collette. Isaac Treese looks to the bottom. He's trying to take advantage as Alan Duggar gives Gus Otero a shot. Roland Collette to the point.
Now Roland Collette still out front, goes on the bottom lane, leaving those 3 they just joined up on the top. But Gus Otero has a bit of a run. He's got a nose ahead. Gus Otero, ooh, he'll lead a lap. Big speed there out of the 76. Just had enough. He does not have enough space down to clear, and looks like that top lane's going to get out of sorts quite a bit. Duggar looking for space to go down in. He's not going to find any.
Isaac Treese trying to look inside the bottom of Roland Collette. He thinks differently, steps back in line. Roland Collette weaving down the back straightaway as Gus Otero looks to try to be making his way back up towards the run. He's fighting for 4th place.
Roland Collette now, he's going to take up that high side, allow Isaac Treese to come down in front. Collette's going to try and take the run that the high line has right now. Esteban Cardoso now in the back of that pack, trying to get that line up to 5 cars. Here they come down the front stretch.
Esteban Cardoso looked like he slowed a little bit, then hopped back in line in front of Jeff Hinkle and Ray Adamson, who's currently in the back of the pack, as Roland Collette gets a big shove from Gus Otero coming out of turn 2. Isaac Treese gets a little sideways. He goes down below the yellow line.
Looks like that top lane's the new line because everything is broken up behind those front 4. Roland Collette now driving away along with Gus Otero, Nick Godsey, and Alan Duggar. Top 4 in your race right now. Ray Adamson on top in that number 45. He's going to be followed by Miles Stacy. Now Esteban Cardoso gets out of line. So does Isaac Treese. And they're all going to come down trying to form that new top lane.
I got to shout out Gus Otero. He's been incredibly consistent this entire season, now running up in P2 behind Roland Collette. Can Gus Otero come to the high banks of Daytona? Hasn't won a race all year. Could this be the night where Gus Otero finally picks up his first win in the BSR Cup Series?
Absolutely it could. This is a race where anyone can win regardless of their level of speed. We know that Gus Otero doesn't show the most speed on any given week, but he certainly has a lot of consistency in him. He has a lot of strategy. He certainly has a lot of skills when it comes to strategy as well. He's very, very smart, knows how to get the most out of his equipment. And honestly, if he just had a faster car on any given week, he'd be out front more often, in my opinion. Now that bottom lane is forming. It's got a big run. Ray Adamson now out to the front. Little bit of contact between the number 7 of Ben Adamson, the number 9 of Roland Collette there. Ray Adamson now taking it down the backstretch, and he'll lead.
Ray Adamson, your biggest mover of the night, up 12 spots from where he started. Ben Adamson in tow, followed by A.J. Godsey, Daniel Esteban in 4th. Jeff Hinkle now takes the top 5 spot as that outside line seems to be falling back. Miles Stacy, that last car on the inside row. Kind of seems like an accordion effect. Seems like the top line gets a couple laps, then the bottom line comes in. We've had about 5 different leaders so far. It's only lap 9.
We don't know how long that's going to last, though. That could be the whole race, or everyone could just fall in line like they just did there. Nick Godsey getting a little loose on the bottom, and the Adamson cousins are going to lead another lap. Ray Adamson out front. Ben Adamson right behind him, followed by A.J. Godsey and Daniel Esteban Cardozo. Looks like Roland Collette trying to get someone to go with him. He's the only car on the top lane. We are about to be 11 laps in, 70 more to go. So far, this has been a pretty interesting race. Pretty good.
Yeah,
Gotta say.
I feel like we haven't really seen, sometimes when we come to Daytona or super speedway races in general, there's usually a guy who kind of like steps out. We know he's fast. He has a fast hot rod underneath him. We haven't really seen that through 11 laps here as we come back to the line, working lap 12 once we come back to the line. Been pretty much anyone's race, but the thing is that you can lead lap 10. You can lead lap 20, 30, you can lead lap 40. It's when you get down to lap 70, 75 is when the pressure really starts heating up. And we'll be talking about this as the race goes on. Do you want to be where Ben Adamson is right now, or do you want to be where Ray Adamson is? Do you want to be controlling the pace, or do you want to be Ben Adamson where you can make your shot and try to strike when the iron is hot, when Ray Adamson possibly couldn't defend that move, as Ben Adamson pushing Ray through the corner. A little sketchy. I probably wouldn't be doing that this early, but to each is their own.
Honestly, if I wanted to be anyone in this field, I would love to be Daniel Esteban Cardoso in that beautiful number 14 Chevrolet. I really think that he's in the best place possible. He is not having to push anyone because he is 4th in line, but he is also the first car that doesn't have to push because he's 4th in line. So he's saving fuel, but he's still staying up front enough to make a move, and while staying out of the majority of cars where they could possibly even cause a wreck. I think if you're Daniel Esteban Cardoso right now, you're in a great position. You're in a prime spot. You could follow the leaders and do what they do, or you could stay out and do whatever else you want to do. He's in a great place right now, and that's where I want to be the whole race.
Yeah, and the thing is, we've been racing a lot this year, and we've had friendships formed over the season. Rivalries also been formed. Daniel Esteban Cardozo comes in here, not a lot of experience in the BSR League. No one has really seemed to have been racing around him quite as much. If the race goes on, and as the laps tick down, will these guys work with Daniel Esteban Cardozo in that 14 car to get to the front? Oh, they leave him out to dry. Certainly we've seen Alan Duggar, Nick Godsey, Isaac Treese work with each other.
Honestly, I think your friends are where you find them in this race. Everyone wants to win. We have a pretty small field today, so I think anyone who wants to go with Esteban Cardozo will go with him. He's in a great spot to make if this was the last few laps of the race, he'd be in a perfect spot for someone like a Jeff Hinkle, a Miles Stacy, or an Alan Duggar to take advantage of the place that he's in, push him all the way out to the front. Speaking of Alan Duggar, look who's leading the top lane. It's the number 12, and he's got big momentum right now. Alan Duggar all the way up to second place. He's going to take the lead at the line. Pushed by Nick Godsey and Isaac Treese. Roland Collette and Gus Otero are also taking advantage of this little run. They're all going to slide down in front.
Yeah, you have to think that maybe Alan Duggar put that in the bank for later in the race to see how late you can actually go and make a run, but things changed in a heartbeat here. We saw Alan Duggar mired back in the pack around 11th place and pretty much in the span of half a lap now leading this race on lap 15, working lap 16 as they come out of fourth.
Okay, Colin. Betting market is now open. Who's winning this race in your opinion? Give me your favorite and your dark horse. Because it's a super speedway race, let's give us 2 picks this time.
You know, people are going to say, oh, Alan Duggar or Nick Godsey, they've worked together in super speedway races in the past. But give me my favorite right now, that third guy in that third place car, Isaac Treese. Now, a couple weeks ago, we had an off week here in the BSR Cup Series, as the NASCAR Cup Series in general had an off week too, and he decided to enter into, I believe, one of the marquee oval races. I can't remember the name of it. It was a 499-mile race in Talladega. He tried to make it into the LCQ. Unfortunately, wasn't able to do it, but he showed excellent prowess on these plate tracks. So give me Isaac Treese late. And as a dark horse, give me that 45 car Ray Adamson. I know he's led a couple laps so far at this point. He's a relatively newcomer to the BSR Cup Series, but if you're going to try to get your first win, this is the place you have to do it. So give me Ray Adamson in that 45 car.
Well, all right, I think all due respect in the world to Isaac Treese, I just think that Lady Luck is just not on his side. He has had a pretty difficult week, at least the weeks that I've seen him recently in. He just cannot seem to get out of a race clean. I was spotting a friend the other day, and Isaac was in the race with us, and he could not catch a break for whatever reason. So I'm not denying this man's skill, but due to his lack of luck, I think my favorite this week is going to be AJ Godsey. I think he's just shown a lot of consistency. I think right now he's taking it easy, being smooth, being smart with everything. I think he's the guy. I think he's the man for this week. As for my dark horse, man, give me Gus Otero. He has been unbelievable. He's just been unbelievable this whole season. Very, very quiet, very, very consistent. I truly believe that this could be his time to break out and get a win here. I think the stars have aligned for him. I'm picking him to win this race as my dark horse candidate. But honestly, I think out of everyone else, Gus Otero really could end up doing it. 18 laps in now, Alan Duggar leads with Nick Godsey in second place, Isaac Treese in third place, Roland Collette is back now in fourth place, Gus Otero in fifth, Ray Adamson in sixth, Ben Adamson in seventh, AJ Godsey in eighth, Daniel Esteban Cardoso in ninth, Jeff Hinkle in 10th, and Miles Stacy in 11th. I think now is a good time to mention one of our chief sponsors for this race, Tint Solutions, run by our very own Roger Shelton. He's currently not here today, but if you guys are ever in the need for window tint, you're in the Greenville, South Carolina area, please check out Tint Solutions in the Greenville, South Carolina area, and he'll get you done up right. We got another sponsor as well, Chris Webb, big sponsor of this league. He is not here tonight, but yeah, we hope to see him again soon. He is a very good sponsor of this race. Continuing now, sliding in just single file at the moment, trying to save as much fuel as possible. If you're in this situation, I don't think you really even want to be the pace setter. I don't think you want to be in Alan Duggar's spot. I think he went out to see how much of a run he could get, use it as an experiment. But he is going to have to pit in a little early if this pace keeps up. Nick Godsey as well. He's been having a great race today. So far in P2, Isaac Treese in P3, Collette in my personal preferred position in P4. A little bit of stepping out right now. We are just currently calm and easy. Coming out of turn 4 onto the front stretch, and Duggar's going to lead yet another lap. He's in 21st place. Right now, we got quite a few guys here in the top in the playoffs right now who are racing. Duggar, Godsey, Otero, Treese, Shane Parrish is not here today, but he is qualified for the chase for the BSR Cup. Roland Collette in 6th place. Roger Shelton also not here today in 7th place. Ben Adamson 8th. Johnny Mahalchik in 9th. And Hugh Brown in 10th. Now, I think what would be really interesting and cool is for us to check out exactly what is going on behind the wheel of one of these race cars in this situation. So let's go behind the wheel of Gus Otero, who's trying to currently make his way on the top lane. You can see just nice and easy, trying to get to the bumper of that 9 car, running really close, trying to take that side draft off to the 1 car. Give the 9 and the 76 just that speed that they need. They're going to lag just a little bit on the back stretch here on the straightaways, but they'll gain that back in the turns. Going into turn 3 now. Not enough momentum, so they're going to fall back in line.
And it's interesting to stay on the in-car view of Gus Otero as he's ripping around Daytona at 195 miles an hour, coming to complete lap 23. About less than 17 laps to go until we reach the halfway point in this race, and we've only been racing for about 20 minutes or so. So these laps are clicking off at a pretty decent pace, Elliot. But see, it's interesting with these next-gen cars is you're trying to be aggressively bump drafting, whereas in I think other generations of cars, depending on how you hit a guy in the rear bumper, it can make things a little bit hectic for you. But in this next-gen car, you can really kind of take a beating in this car. We've seen it in real life that many people have won races by absolutely freight training a guy. And sometimes they've taken it, sometimes they spin out, but it all depends on where you hit them. You kind of want to hit them square or to the left. You see that little black bar in front of Gus Otero, or that C and the H, the Chev in the Chevrolet. You kind of want to put your car there, and that's probably the most effective way to push. Whereas you push on the right side of the car, that makes things a little typically uneasy for the guy in front of you, and that could cause wrecks. So watch that as we go throughout the rest of the race. But Gus Otero, you can hear him playing with the throttle as we go down the back straightaway. As we said, we're completing lap 25 of 80 so far. Gus Otero's really not trying to give it all the beans, as you would say, Elliot, but certainly in contention right now. Running well inside the top 5. Been inside the top 5 pretty much the entire night so far.
Yeah, he's having a pretty good race so far. He's my pick to win as a dark horse candidate. So, again, I'm definitely going to be keeping an eye out for him in that number 76. I got to say, it looks great. That number 76 car, that paint job, absolutely sexy. And, I hope to really see it in victory lane today.
Reminds you of that, those Reminds you of those Go Fast cars. Remember Go Fast racing back
Yeah,
in the day?
I do remember Go Fast. It kind of does look like one of those Go Fast cars. You're correct. Absolutely. I don't think they
Go
ever
Fast
had.
Racing.
I don't think they had 76 as the number though. That'll be interesting if they did though. Speaking of Go Fast Racing, who's winning the Xfinity Series race right now? What's going on there?
You know, I was just about to pull that up because it is a regular season finale at the NASCAR O'Reilly race at Daytona International Speedway. If I can find the app, I could. They're working lap 20 of 44 in stage 3, so that's lap 76 of 100. Carson Kvapil is currently your leader, followed by Sheldon Creed, Rajah Caruth, Justin Allgaier, and then a name that's not really inside the top 10 conversation, but Leland Honeyman Jr. in T5, Ryan Sieg, Austin Hill, Anthony Alfredo, Jeb Burton, Jesse Love round out your top 10. And some people who got caught up in some wrecks. Corey Day is a lap down. Sammy Smith is 33 laps down. And William Sawalich, who is currently 4 points out from the chase right now. If the race ended right now, he'd be 4 points out. He was involved in a wreck 30 on lap 64, and he is done for the day. And Daniel Dye will finish in last place.
Well, that's one. That's one heck of an update there. Again, it's all going to come down to it at the end. I gotta say though, tomorrow is what I'm really looking at. I gotta say, as an RFK fan, I'm pretty nervous. Right now, RFK has 2 guys on the cut line. Ryan Preece and Brad Keselowski. You guys know I'm a Keselowski fan. He is so far out of the race. Like, he's going to have to win and have everyone else, like, in front of him, including Ryan Preece, basically die or destroy themselves or something in order for him to get into the playoffs. I think his playoff hopes are done. Well, I'm really going to be watching those Ryan Preece. You're coming down to it. You're about 30 points out. You are 1 spot away from SVG. Your goal is to win that race and hope SVG's finishes in the bottom half of in the bottom 20.
Who do you think makes it in? Because all Bubba Wallace has to do is start his car and finish in 35th place. And
honestly,
he makes it in because he's...
Honestly, I hope that it is... I hope that it's going to be Ryan Preece who gets in. But if we're going to be honest, I think the playoff standings stay exactly as is. I mean, you only have 2 guys that are out of the playoff picture that could possibly make it in, which makes this kind of a little bit more of an anticlimactic season finale. But then, and like, you know, last year this wouldn't have been that much of a deal, but you got to remember, it's no longer winning you're in. So there's going to be no more Harrison Burton controversy either. We're not going to have someone who's 30-plus in points and a full-time driver win the race and then get into the chase. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, I mean, I understand.
That doesn't happen.
I mean, I think this, you know, if we remember go back to the previous chases when there wasn't winning you're in, this was before that era, and we have to go back at least, I don't know, 2013, 2014, sometime around there. Daytona was always in July. You didn't have Daytona as a cutoff race, and you had a couple more races in between there where you actually, the cutoff was a little bit more interesting. Like back in the day, if you remember, the regular season ended at Richmond under the lights, and it was a short track. And I think that provided more storylines of where a guy could bump someone out of the way, a la us Austin Dillon, wrecking Joey Logano a couple years ago to win at
And
Richmond.
Denny Hamlin.
Pretty much the same thing could have happened. Yeah, and don't remind me. But, you know, I think I could go over maybe call me a purist here. as we're 49 laps to go here. Alan Duggar, Nick Godsey, Isaac Treese remain your top three. But I would say that, to me, having an anticlimactic regular season finale isn't more... I'd rather see a championship decided without the Mickey Mouse-iness that the playoffs created.
No, I agree with you on that. But we have to. But I think acknowledging the reality of the situation, that by saying we're removing a win and you're in situation, it takes away from the excitement of racing in favor of fairness. And I think that's okay. I think that's honestly totally fine. I think that taking away that sort of like instant gratification in favor of a more long-term gratification, long-term gratification, but more fair finale is better for the sport as a whole. But it doesn't make Daytona nearly as much of a it doesn't make this race nearly as much of a must-watch as it used to be. You know, and speaking of cut lines, I gotta say, on our cut line right now, we have Chris Webb, Wesley Crump, Miles Stacy, Paul Danino, Joe Francis, Billy Brickley. Those guys, I mean, the only one out of those that I said that's in this race right now is Miles Stacy. So the playoff field right now for us is set. It's Duggar, Nick Godsey, Gus Otero, Isaac Treese, Shane Parrish, Roland Collette, Roger Shelton, Ben Adamson, Johnny Mahalchek, Hugh Brown, Ed Ryan, Ray Adamson, Shane Paul, Chris Webb, Wesley Crump, and Miles Stacy. That is the playoff field for the BSR Chase for the Cup. It's set. Now all that matters is who gets placed into where, right? If you're Miles Stacy, you want to gain enough points this race to leapfrog Chris Webb and Wesley Crump right now and get those few extra points.
And
that's
you,
just
And we look ahead to next week. We head to Gateway, which is certainly a interesting track here on the BSR Cup Series schedule. It's shaped like Darlington, but just imagine Darlington was flat. That's pretty much how I would describe it. And you make turns 3 and 4, turns 1 and 2, and that's certainly how you would describe
We're
it.
not heading to. We're heading to Gateway. I thought it was Darlington.
Are we heading to Darlington? Is it Southern?
I'm pretty sure it's the Southern 500. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we're going to the Southern 500.
A long night that we are going to, because that is going to be 100%. That is going to be a very, very long night. But
that's one of my favorite races.
Oh, absolutely, 100%. It's one of my favorite races too. But when the points reset, which they will, Alan Duggar is going to be the point leader with 2,100 points. 25 behind him is going to be Nick Godsey. Now, in the grand scheme of things, 25 points, let's say, 20 guys take part in this race next week. It's not going to be a big gap, but let's say Alan Duggar wrecks out in the first race of the playoffs, loses that 20-point gap to Nick Godsey. And then, mind you, every position after Nick is a 10-point decrease all the way to whoever is in last place in the playoffs. I mean, certainly if you're Miles Stacy, you don't want to be ranked 15th or 16th. Mathematically, it puts you in a bind as we go into the last 10 races of the season. But Alan Duggar needs to be on it. He's been on it all the time, pretty much every single week. But when a championship's on the line, when money's on the line, can Alan Duggar survive 10 weeks? Can Nick Godsey bring something we haven't seen at all?
Oh, looks like we got some action now.
And can Isaac Treese step up? Can Roland Collette, who has made his return, can he give Alan Duggar a run for his money? I think there's about 4 or 5 guys in this field who can win a championship. I think it's Alan Duggar, Godsey, Treese, Roland Collette, and I would say Wesley Crump. I'd say those 5 people. Gus Otero has been very consistent, but there are tracks that don't play to Gus Otero's strengths coming up. I mean, certainly Talladega will favor him. Certainly, I think the 1.5 miles will favor him. We go back to Kansas. We go to Las Vegas. Homestead, Miami rounds out our playoff schedule. We have a couple short tracks in there. We go to Martinsville, Virginia. We go to Bristol for the Bristol Night Race, which is always a favorite race of ours. But
that's going to be. Is that going to be? I'm pretty sure that's also going to be a full length race.
Yeah, but looking at the like, do you think there's more than 5 guys here in championship contention, or do you think the 5 guys that just named are your favorites?
I think you forgot one big name. Shane Parrish.
Who's that? Oh, that's right.
He's taking a little bit of a hiatus. You know, life is going on, but he said that he's going to be back in full swing for the playoffs. And I gotta say, I'm hard pressed to believe that he won't. To say that he won't give a run for the championship, especially against Alan Duggar. He may be back in points a little bit, but when they're on even field, Duggar and Parrish go at each other. It's sort of like about as close to a 50-50 shot. You don't know who's going to win, if it's going to be Duggar or Parrish. So I think
the Roland Collette, Gus Otero.
Yeah, Collette and Otero are starting to make their move. We're coming up to pit stops here pretty soon. We're about to be halfway in the race.
Yeah, and it's been pretty much, we started this race, about 7:45. It's now been 40 minutes or so of green flag racing so far, and we're about almost done to halfway. And this is going to be the treacherous part, is getting on the pit road. This is, I mean, it's straightforward. You're coming off turn 4, but the thing is, you're going 190 miles an hour coming off turn 4, and you have to woe it down to 55 miles an hour in cars that don't really have the best brake packages to get down to that speed safely. Can guys lock up their left front, right front? Can you miss a shift? Can you shift too early and spin out? You might wheel hop. There's a lot of things that can possibly happen. But it's going to be interesting to see.
Here we go.
Pretty much everyone comes to pit road.
Everyone except 4 cars have stayed out. Collette, Otero, Hinkle, and AJ Godsey. Everyone else is coming down pit road, getting ready to pit now. Here we go. Let's find out.
And according to my telemetry, we have our first victim, Ben Adamson, speeding on pit road.
Oh no. It's hard to believe that is the only incident of the day so far.
Ray Adamson down and away. Ben
Here
Adamson,
they come.
Black flag, speeding on pit road.
Nick Godsey almost had Alan Duggar there. Alan Duggar now out to a huge lead, which isn't good in this situation. And now
looks like
we have Roland Collette.
Jeff Hinkle, black flag.
The other 4 are now coming in. Ben Adamson still in pit lane.
Cortez spun on the apron.
Oh no!
Coming out of pit road.
Well, he's still moving. He's still moving. Back out front. Here we go. Pretty sure these guys are filled up for the rest of the race.
Oh yeah, 100%. We went 40 laps. There's 38 laps to go. Now the problem is with this group here that is trying to get out of pit road. They're going to get passed by this larger group. And they're not going to have the numbers it takes to catch back up to this group once they blow by them, as we see them, Alan Duggar, now coming up onto the back bumper of Ben Adamson.
Roland Collette's going to come out almost there. He's going to come out. He might actually catch this pack here. No, I don't think he. Ooh, boy.
Now,
they might need a caution. They might need a caution here. They're losing time. Yep, Gus Otero's out of the draft. So's Roland Collette. They're going to need They're going to need a caution here in order to catch back up. Ben Adamson.
And, I gotta say,
Ben Adamson right now on the outside. He's going a lap down.
My pick and dark horse are still in it, running P3 and 4. Look at that.
Yeah, my picks and my dark horse are not in it right now. Otero and AJ Godzi.
Speaking of some dark horses, Jeff Hinkle. We haven't really talked about him that much in that 3-4 Chevrolet. But according to my telemetry, he has something that no one else has this race. Elliott, he has ran the fastest lap of the race, a 46.192. That's about 185, 87 mile an hour average around this 2.5 mile super speedway. Isn't it weird the next time we'll come to Daytona will be in January, and it won't be for a NASCAR race in iRacing. It will be for the Rolex 24 Hours Daytona, another fun event. And if you want to be part of that event, and if you're on iRacing, join the BSR Discord. Link is somewhere in the description of this video, and you can talk to me, the road team manager, and we'll get you all ready for the Rolex 24 Hours of Daytona, which we've won. BSR took an overall win last year in the 24 Hours of Daytona. Always an exciting event. And then we come back here in February, about a month later, for the Daytona 500. So it's even though the racing season is winding down, quickly winding down, we're not too far away from the start of another one.
It's exciting, honestly, Colin. It's pretty exciting. I'm into it. I'm into it this year. I want it. I want it to happen. I think that BSR can certainly take another Rolex 24. I'm gonna be there the whole way through.
Now, are you gonna join me in the GT3? Or are you gonna hop up to the prototype, or the LMP2? What are you thinking about doing?
Spotting, just like last year.
That's a good one too. By the way, 2 laps to go in O'Reilly Series Daytona. Carson Kvapil, 8 Rajah Caruth, Justin Allgaier are your top 3. And if you love the underdog story, Leland Honeyman Jr. is in P4, and looks like Rajah Caruth just spun.
Oh no. Oh no.
We're going to a green-white checker at Daytona. And looks like Justin Allgaier may have spun Rajah Caruth.
Oh, Allgaier. That's super speedway.
Dale Jr. does not look happy on the TV screen.
Well, I mean, that's 2 of your cars that are just got out of the race.
By the way, your chase field is pretty much set with William Swalich is unable to return. So the people making it in on the cut line is Parker Retzloff, Sam Mayer, Rajah Caruth, and Taylor Gray.
Wow, Parker Retzloff. He was the reason that Harrison Burton won the 424.
And I gotta say, if Parker Retzloff was in good equipment, he's been running really good in those Jordan Anderson cars this year.
I think Retzloff has more talent than people give him credit for.
Yeah, absolutely. And he's a fellow iRacer. Started his racing career.
Stacy going down a little bit below the double yellow. Got out of line there, but he's back. Maybe went to check down and see what was going on up front, but he's back in line now.
Yeah, they're coming up on P9. Daniel Esteban.
Let's go to the interior cam view of Isaac Treese. Let's see how he's driving this car. Looks like he's got it pinned right now. Letting off just a little bit. Keeping his distance, saving a little bit of fuel. Knows that he doesn't have to go hard yet. Coming up to 31 laps to go here. Right now, turn 3. Entering 4 now. Coming out of 4. Here we go.
You know, one thing that makes tomorrow exciting is we come with a new aero package to the NASCAR Cup Series. It hasn't been introduced on iRacing. Looks like that will be next year, but these guys have had no practice with this aero package at all.
Did it get introduced to iRacing?
Unless you see these guys running 3-inch spoilers, no.
I mean, they look like they're running.
They took
spoilers.
about 120. They're running spoilers, but they're running higher spoilers. I mean, they took about
okay.
in real life they took about 120 pounds of downforce off the car.
Wow. Maybe that'll change the product a little bit. I'd like to see it be a little more exciting. We are at 30 laps to go. Alan Duggar leads this race. Nick Godsey in second. Isaac Treese, who we are on board with right now, in third. Ben Adamson, your dark horse, is in fourth place, and then Miles Stacy in fifth. Those are the top 5 cars that are currently running. The rest
Roland Collette
are either 12 seconds back or a lap down. Gotta say, my picks ain't looking too good right now.
And I gotta say, it looks like Roland Collette, Gus Otero, with the lap times, they're about a 10th faster than Alan Duggar. The problem is, they're only
12 seconds
cars.
off.
Yeah. They're 12 seconds off with 30 laps to go. If you're getting a 10th a lap, you'll be 9 seconds back by the time the checkered flag waves. $29 laps, almost 80 laps kind of just came and went real quickly.
Well, yeah, there hasn't been any cautions. We've still got 29 to go. We still got quite a bit left in this race, but we are right now in the latter half, and it's not even 7 o'clock. It's not even 6:45. It is 6:32 p.m. Western time right now.
Looks like we'll be able to make last call.
I will. I don't know about you.
What do you think ends first, our race or the O'Reilly race?
The O'Reilly race, easy.
Okay, making sure.
Unless they're red flagged, in which case I'd say, well, I don't know, we might have a shot here.
I will say, if you check out Daytona on TV, if you see their social media, they installed LED lighting in the grandstand area. Looks very beautiful. Can change make the grandstand change colors if you're looking at it from Speedway Boulevard, which is outside the racetrack, not inside the racetrack. And also shout out our friend Phil Amsden, who is a Central Florida boy, lives about 30 minutes away from Daytona International Speedway. So hopefully he is going to enjoy some racing tomorrow.
That would be cool to go to, honestly. I'd love to go to Daytona. I really want to go to Homestead after it's renovated and everything like that. Because they've been doing some track renovations, honestly.
Yeah, they're improving the grandstands. I think it's going to make a fan experience really well. I will say the last time I went to Daytona was the year Austin Dillon won the 500, the Coke 400, the 400.
Coke Zero Sugar 400. Actually, back then it was the Coke Zero.
No, it was the Coke Zero Sugar 400. And
when was that?
Remember, it rained. It was 2020. It was, if you remember, it was the year when everyone decided to go into turn 1 while it was raining and wreck the whole entire field.
No, I don't remember that. I wasn't watching. I'd taken a bit of a hiatus from NASCAR back then.
This was 2023. And it rained out that Saturday night. They moved it to Sunday. Mind you, I think the race was at 10 o'clock Sunday morning. And it was hot. It was miserable. It was not a fun time. And funny enough, in the grandstands or in the infield, no Coke Zero Sugar to sell. You couldn't buy it. Which is really interesting, considering the name of the race was the Coke Zero Sugar 400, and you could not buy a Coke Zero Sugar.
I think that's when they were just launching it, though.
Coke Zero has been around a long time.
Yeah, but not Zero Sugar.
It was Coke Zero.
Oh, it was the Coke Zero 400.
Yeah, I mean, there was zero. I mean, Coke Zero Sugar is just the name now, but it was Coke Zero.
I thought it was still Coke Zero, and then there was Coke Zero Sugar. Huh.
But,
You learn something new
yeah,
every day.
and-
Look
and
at Daniel Esteban Cardoso right now. He's on the outside of Ben Adamson. Granted, he is a lap down, but he is the first car 1 lap down. And look
Does
at
he get his
Roland
lap back
Collette.
Ovechkin?
Yeah, look at Roland Collette and Gus Otero. They've been making tracks recently. They're about 11 seconds off. They've gained a second. I think
Yeah,
everyone's
looks
just
like
kind of
Alan-
settling in.
Yeah, last time by for Alan Duggar, 49.3. Roland Collette last time by a 48.6.
Yeah, they're gaining. They're gaining. I think the front pack is starting to save up just a little bit.
I'm trying to do
Esteban
some math
Cardoso,
here. The gap
no
is
longer
now-
a lap down. Ben Adamson. Or actually, nope, now it's AJ Godsey, who is the first car 1 lap down.
So I'm doing the math here, trying to do math. They're clicking off a second a lap.
Wow.
Roland Collette and Gus Otero did last time by. The math is right, which I think it's going to stabilize here now. We'll see. It's going to be 49.0 for Alan Duggar. And Gus Otero's crossing the line now at a 48.05. So a second a lap faster from Roland Collette and Gus Otero than the top 5.
Interesting.
8 seconds is the gap. They're catching them.
They are catching him in a hurry.
And they have plenty of time. That's the thing. They have 23 laps to go. I mean, a caution for them would be very helpful. I mean, it would stop the bleeding here. They don't have to wait. But now the gap is 7.4, 7.3 seconds. And also, this changes as we see Jeff Hinkle and AJ Godsey pop up to the high side. But if these guys start racing each other.
Now, if this stands, Ben Adamson is the only car 1 lap down.
Did you see that run that AJ Godsey just got to shoot to the front?
I did, yeah. I think
Alan Duggar has to be saving fuel at this point.
I think they are saving fuel right now. That gap's starting to widen just a little bit now between Collette and Duggar. 7.6 seconds. They come down.
Duggar ran a 48.5. Gus Otero ran a 48.8.
They are picking up the pace now. I think right now Collette and Otero have to just wait for the last 10 laps when people start getting intense and trying to take the lead over. I think once that happens, there could be a caution.
And remember, in iRacing, if a caution does come out in the last lap, let's say Alan Duggar wrecks and takes the entire field with him, there is no freezing the field at time of caution. Everyone's racing back to the line. That could be another Hail Mary for Gus Otero. Speaking of Hail Marys, happy football season to everyone who celebrates.
It's starting today?
We had
Is this still the preseason?
It's week 1 in college football, my friend.
Oh. So,
Or actually, sorry, it's week 0. But
so the
there's
minor
games on.
leagues. Okay.
I mean, North
I don't know.
Carolina plays.
I've been trying to watch football more. I just don't like it as much as I like NASCAR or basketball or baseball.
I gotta, if you wouldn't let me, shout out my alma mater, the University of West Florida.
I didn't let you,
Jump
but you
to-
you went ahead and did it anyway.
Sorry, they jumped to Division I football this year in the FCS, and they picked up their first win in D1 football last night, beating the 16th ranked team in the country. By the way, UWF was a 20-point underdog, and they beat them by 3.
Wow. Good for them.
Yeah. By the way, white flag has just been taken in the O'Reilly series, and Ryan Sieg is your leader going into turn 3.
Wow, Ryan Sieg? Unreal.
It looks like Ryan Sieg is going to win it.
You're kidding. When's the last time he won an O'Reilly's race?
They're coming off turn 4 now. Ryan Sieg wins the O'Reilly race.
Wow. Wow, Ryan Sieg.
How about that?
Is that his first ever Xfinity Series win?
I believe so.
And we called it while watching the BSR Cup Series League.
Yeah, Austin Hill, Carson Kvapil, Anthony Alfredo, Fast Posse gets the top 5, and Brandon Jones rounds up your top 5.
Good
How
for
about
them.
that? Ryan Sieg. Yeah, good job. Hopefully, we'll see a more climactic finish than we did at the O'Reilly race.
With these guys, they made Loudon a climactic finish. They can make Daytona a climactic finish. I believe this will be an excellent finish here as we are coming to 16 to go. They're entering 3. They're starting to pick it up. They're starting to pick it up. You could just kind of feel the energy in the pack start to pick up just that little bit.
Yeah, and they're running pace where you would on the start of the run. Low 47-second lap times here. Isaac Treese 190 miles an hour into turn 3. The pace is starting to heat up right now, and if you're Isaac Treese, you're running P3. The problem is Alan Duggar has just a whiff of the draft in front of him, but those lap cars ahead.
Yeah. Yeah, this is an interesting spot for
just like
Alan Duggar to be in. He is 4th in line, almost out of the draft, but in first place. You don't see this very often. 16 laps to go, coming to 15. Starting to pick up just a little bit more. I can feel it. Let's go inside on Isaac Treese. See how he's driving this race car. Get a good view of us and of everyone in front. He isn't pushing just yet.
15 laps to go.
Here. See Treese just kind of staying in it. Looking at his right foot, just sort of modulating the throttle a little bit, not going all out, not going all in.
I wish we had telemetry that can go on board with Isaac Treese to see what he's doing with that right foot behind the wheel of that number 1 BSR Toyota Camry.
Me too.
14 to go. I don't know if you saw the developer update, but iRacing's just trying to kill third-party app developers or overlays.
That's not good for us.
We're getting a damage graphic.
Wow.
You can see like how much aero damage you have and how much mechanical damage you have.
You know, if iRacing comes out with a broadcaster mode, that would be pretty cool.
You know, I think they can do it.
I think they can as well.
Also, we're getting a new car for the Road Series. We're getting the Aston Martin Valkyrie.
Ooh!
Which is a new hyper
Seriously? Car. No way.
Uh-huh.
That's actually so hype. Oh, we got a third lane forming. Oh man, your Ray Adamson, your little Ray Adamson prediction could be correct here. He is going to the front. Ray Adamson first on the top lane, being pushed by the 55 of Miles Stacy and the 7, his cousin Ben Adamson. Out front now, Ray Adamson.
Ben Adamson, that one lap car in almost every official race, is just in the way of the leaders as the laps quickly wind down here. But I don't think Ben Adamson would get out of the way pushing his cousin Ray to the win. I don't think that's going to be a snowball chance that we'll see that.
I don't know. I mean, Ben is a lap down. I think we could see it happen.
Oh, I'm saying, I'm sorry, let me rephrase. I think it's a snowball chance in hell that Ben Adamson decides to jump out of the way and let the leaders race. He's going to push his cousin to the win, I think, regardless. And I think as the pace is now coming up, Ray Adamson now has those lap cars in front of him a little bit of the tow to help him out.
And he's going to shoot to the outside, and he's going to put these guys a lap down again. Esteban Cardoso and AJ Godsey are now a lap down. Jeff Hinkle in that 44, he's going to go a lap down now. They're all behind Ray Adamson. The whole bottom lane has started to speed up. The energy's really started to pick up now, and they're all in front. Now we have 2 lanes. Ben Adamson now has taken the bottom. Duggar, Godsey, and Treese on the outside line. The front 3 are trying to catch trying to put the back 3 behind the lap cars. Give them a little more of a barrier.
If you want to know the energy has picked up, Ray Adamson just ran the fastest lap of the race, 46.117. Never mind, Isaac Treese, the first one to jump below the 45-second bracket. He has now the fastest man of the race, 45.7.
Wow. He is ripping it. I mean, 10 laps to go. Oh, Esteban Cardoso goes around. Is this going to bring out a caution? He's going to keep it going. Wow, what a save for Daniel Esteban Cardoso. And the race continues with no yellow. Complete heartbreaker for these guys a lap down, especially Ben Adamson. He really wanted to see that caution come out.
Esteban Cardoso just looks like he just went around all by himself. Coming out of turn 2, looks like he just got a little loose. Thing went around on him.
I think that's exactly what happened.
9 laps to go.
Here we go. That top lane's starting to move again. Alan Duggar leading that top lane with Nick Godsey. Isaac Treese behind him. 3 of the fastest drivers all working together, trying to get up to that front. The Adamson cousins and Miles Stacy working that bottom. Remember, your friends are where you find them. 9 laps to go, coming to 8 to go. Here we go.
It took us about 150 miles or so of pretty much single file pacing to get us to the last 25 miles here or so around Daytona International Speedway. Ray Adamson hasn't won a race all year. A newcomer, a rookie to iRacing, essentially. Now probably a better driver than you, Elliot. Now running in first place.
Hey! Hurtful.
It was a joke. I love you.
Hate me.
His iRating is only 2.1K.
Mine's 2.2.
Mine's 2.2 as well.
Ray Adamson leads now with 7 to go. Oh, man. Here we go. That
Now,
top lane starting to materialize. Here comes Alan Duggar on the outside of Ben Adamson. We're starting to really pick up the pace here. That front pack now trying to fight for every single position.
Yeah, and see, here's the thing. I think that 5 car of AJ Godsey is going to dictate which line prevails. Especially in the next-gen era, the numbers advantage goes to whatever line has the most cars in that line. The inside line is not prevailing because it's now 5 versus 3. If AJ Godsey decides to come up to the top, or anyone else comes up to the top, that top lane is going to materialize way quicker than that bottom lane will be. As we come to 6 laps to go this time by, that is going to be the thing that is keeping Duggar and Godsey and Treese behind these 5 cars. Just the numbers advantage for them. They just don't have it.
Alan Duggar trying to side draft that 7 car. He's going to get up to the 55. Oh, my God. That's the only thing he can do is
side draft this 55.
He's trying to hope AJ Godsey comes up with him. Here we go. Duggar with a big run. Bit of a wiggle. Side by side, Alan Duggar looking for that first place spot. It's still going to be Ray Adamson at the line, but Duggar is right there. He's at Adamson's door. Coming into turn 1 once again.
Nick Godsey was all over the back bumper of Alan Duggar, just shoving him through turns 3 and 4, getting him up to side by side with Ray Adamson, but that outside line didn't do so well through turns 1 and 2. That inside line now fighting back. Ben Adamson trying to push Miles Stacy into Ray Adamson, coming to 4 laps to go at Daytona.
I think that right now they're trying to cool that engine off, cool it off just a little bit so they could start moving again. They're going to start moving here. They're all joined up in line on that top lane. Watch that top lane. They're going to go for broke here in a minute.
Now, if you're Miles Stacy, do you make your move now? Do you wait coming to 2 to go? Do you wait coming off turn 4 on the white flag lap?
I think you wait till the last 2 laps, and then anything that happens, you have to take at that point. Because even on the last lap, something may not materialize, so you never really know. At this point, you really have to be careful. I mean, if you're leading at Daytona at this stage in the race, watch your back. Your friends may be where you find them, but your enemies are also there as well, because everyone is trying to win this race. Right now, Ray Adamson and Miles Stacy are working really well together. But come that last lap, come that last turn, your best friend is going to turn into your worst enemy, because you better believe that Miles Stacy is going to try and take it. If that even happens, I mean, we're looking at Alan Duggar right now on that high lane, entering turn 3. They're trying to get together. They're trying to make something happen here.
2 laps to go from Daytona. Ray Adamson looking for the first win of his BSR career, being hunted down by the winner, by the win leader of 2026, Alan Duggar, your regular season champion. Side by side with 2 laps to go.
He's at Adamson's bumper right now, the 45, still trying to hold on to that spot, but the 3 on the top, they're moving really, really well. They just need something to materialize. That bottom lane to get discombobulated just that little bit, and for their run to get together right at that moment, and then they can take that spot. It's still not happening. Alan Duggar, Isaac Treese, and Nick Godsey trying their hardest, but no one on the bottom is going with them. Adamson and Stacy now are getting a little bit of a gap to Ben Adamson. White flag in the air. Here we go. Ray Adamson leading the race. I guarantee you this man's heart is pounding out of his chest. I know mine would be. My heart rate's going up right now just watching this.
Ray Adamson is looking at
here we go.
As much as he possibly can. Miles
Here we go. Miles Stacy makes his move. Side by side entering turn 3. Or on the backstretch, now entering 3. Stacy in the lead. Ben Adamson trying to push his cousin Ray Adamson. Here comes Isaac Treese giving them a push on the bottom. Here comes Ray Adamson. Adamson has a nose out front. Oh my God, they're coming together. 3 wide at the line, it's Adamson! Ray Adamson will win the race! 3 wide at the finish! The 45 with his first league win comes at Daytona!
What a fantastic drive by Ray Adamson. The growth that we've seen out of him over the past couple of months. Now a BSR Series winner. Great job to the 45 car, that Chevrolet. Miles Stacy finished the second. Isaac Treese finishes third. The fireworks flying down the back straightaway. Nick Godsey comes in fourth, and Alan Duggar rounds out your top 5.
What a huge deal for this young man. An amazing win for for the driver of the number 45. What a terrific race. Able to hold on to it out front. That finish was so cinematic. Congratulations to Ray Adamson, from his buddy Isaac Treese, from everyone in the field. Burn it down. You deserve it. What a race.
That is going to be a very popular win in the garage. And guess what? Ray Adamson started last. He finished first.
Let's watch this. Right at the end. Let's see this get materialized. You can see Duggar going up top, Stacy blocking, Ben Adamson just getting a little loose on the line, and Stacy just couldn't make up the ground in time. If this was Talladega, Miles Stacy would have won this race. It's hard to believe that if the finish line was just a little bit more forward, Miles Stacy had that run at the end to win the race.
And how about me? My dark horse pick won.
Your dark horse pick did,
that?
in fact, win. I am absolutely floored right now. What an insane win for Ray Adamson. So happy for this guy. He deserves it.
Well, we know it's going to be very exciting to talk to him. Let's go ahead, pull up our third place finisher. Elliot, Isaac Treese.
Isaac, it's
Elliot and Colin. Yeah.
What's going on, guys?
What a finish, man. Take us. Most of that race was pretty linear, single file. You were up front all day long, just could not get a run to materialize there in the closing laps. What exactly was going on there?
Oh man, well, I kind of got stuck on the top, and we weren't really going anywhere. And I knew that bottom was kind of dominant. And I saw Ray and Ben down there, and I saw an opening. I was like, you know what? If I can't win it, I'm gonna push somebody to the win that hasn't won this year, and I'm happy for Ray. Congrats to him. Daytona can't get any better than that. That was fun.
Absolutely, man. I mean, what else is there really? You had a great race all day, and it didn't work out for you. How do you take this momentum that you have going into next week?
I mean, I'm glad to be back from vacation. So coming back and getting a podium is nice. We'll take this to Darlington, which I'm pretty good at that track, and see if we can go beat Duggar this time, because last time I finished second behind him. Pretty excited. Darlington is definitely one of my favorite tracks, so go out there and try to win.
It's a full-length race. You ready for it, man? This is probably the hardest race of the year.
Hell yeah.
Colin, you got anything for our boy?
Yeah, man. The regular season ended. You had 2 wins this year. You're now going to start about 30 points back behind Alan Duggar next week at Darlington. Do you have what it takes to walk away in 10 weeks with the BSR championship?
Honestly, these next couple weeks is really going to be about consistency. Whoever's the most consistent throughout these next 10 weeks is, I think, me, Nicholas, and Alan have been the 3 consistent guys all year, and Gus too. He's right there in P3. I think it's anybody's shot. I think we're all pretty fast. Just got to be consistent and hit your marks.
Absolutely, Isaac. Before we head out here, man, is anyone you want to thank?
Shout out Ray. First off, huge shout out to Ray. Congrats on the first win. Shout out to Nicholas and Alan for sticking with me all race. Or I guess I was sticking with them. Shout out to you guys for broadcasting week in and week out, and shout out to my family that's been watching me every week. And shout out to the BSR team.
All right, Isaac, thank you for coming down here, man. Congrats on the P3, and good luck in the Southern 500 next week.
Yes, sir. Y'all have a good one.
You too. All right, time to bring up Miles Stacy.
By the way, Elliot, the points have updated. So after we interview Miles Stacy, we'll run down the full the playoff bracket, chase bracket, as we move into the Southern 500 next week. So,
Miles, it's Elliot and Colin in the booth, man. How you doing?
Good, brothers. How's it going?
It's going all right. Epic finish there at the end.
Race, wasn't it?
Yeah, it just didn't entirely materialize for you at the end. You made your move, and you just couldn't cross the line ahead of Ray Adamson. Take us through that last lap. Miles.
Yeah, man. With 10 to go, me, Ray, and Adam, we kind of put a plan together. Let's try to get out ahead of all this, the three guys. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
yeah, we can hear you.
Kind of put a plan together to try to get out in front of everybody and control the bottom lane, and I think we kind of did that, and that was the purpose. And I told Adam, or Ray, it's going to be he or him winning, so. I think we're kind of lagging a little bit.
Yeah, I think we are as well.
No, we can hear you just fine.
Yeah, man, that was a fun race.
Well, congratulations on the P2, man. You made your move there at the end. How did it, what went into the decision making there?
Yeah, I just wanted to get beside Ray, and I was hoping Alan would give me a little bit better push, but he was also going for the win as well, so I can't really blame him, but it was a fun race, man.
Well, Colin, you got anything for him?
Yeah, man. I was looking here at the season standings. You come off 14th heading into next week as the BSR chase for the championship begins at the Southern 500. You're about 70 points behind Alan Duggar. What do you need over the next couple of weeks to close that gap and be in championship contention?
Yeah, just stay consistent like I've been, man. This is my third straight top three, so as long as I stay consistent and run good, and it's anybody's game.
That's right, Miles. You've been on fire recently. Well, before we head out here, is there anyone you want to thank, Miles?
As always, just the team, good, hard racing, and that's about it.
Great. Have a good rest of your night, man. All right, now it's time to bring up the race winner, Ray Adamson. Ray, Colin and Elliot in the booth, man. How you doing? Ray, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
How's the victory, man? Congrats on the win.
Oh man, I appreciate it. It feels great. That was intense.
Certainly was, man. Take us through how you were able to stay out front there on the last lap.
I don't know, man. We had a fast Chevrolet. That car was running good. Had some good teamwork there. A couple guys, me, Miles, Ben. We worked together good throughout the race. Car handled well. That was just coming out of forward there. That was I don't know. The car it hung. Miles was up top. I noticed he had a little bit of an edge. Was kind of stale side by side. Ben got a little underneath me. I couldn't be in front of him no more, and it was just hold her down and hope we get it.
You did it, man. How does it feel to get your first BSR Cup Series win?
Oh man, I didn't think it would happen this year. There's a lot of really good drivers out here. Of course, it's on a super speedway. Anything can happen. Just depends on where you are, what time you're there, and who you got around you. I'll still take the win though.
Man, from where you've started, Ray, to ending up here as a race winner, you've improved a massive amount. You've done an incredible job, and I think I could speak for both me and Colin that like we both are seriously happy that you won this race.
I appreciate it. Yeah, I mean, there's got a lot of people in here that know and can teach and help coach, man. I mean, without all these guys in BSR, the coaching sessions, the knowledge that comes with asking questions and help, there's no way I would have made this improvement. So thanks to everybody that, is willing to give a helping hand in here and teach people.
Colin, you got anything for him?
Yeah, man, to see the improvement you made over the past couple weeks has been truly extraordinary. I got to say, you were my dark horse pick to win this race tonight, and I'm so glad that I was right. I'm so glad that you actually picked up a win. You jumped 4-point standings in the championship standings after this win tonight. You're now sitting ninth in the championship standings, about 50 points back behind Alan Duggar. Do you have what it takes to take the fight to him over the next couple of weeks, or do you think that this is just the start of you building momentum as we reach the final weeks of the season?
Well, every week still learning, getting better, a lot of practice. We're gonna shoot for winning it all, but we'll just take it week by week.
1 week at a time for Ray Adamson, man. Before you head out, is there anyone that you want to thank?
Yeah, I want to thank everybody at BSR, Easy Deal and Wheels and Tires for their part of it. You guys for broadcasting. Y'all do an excellent job covering these races every single week. Put the time in. We thank y'all for that. I want to thank my family, my wife, that allows me to spend the time on this. Thank the guys that helped me get this win tonight, Miles and Ben. Thank everybody that was part of it.
Awesome, Ray. Really, really happy for you, dude. Excellent win. Go ride this high and make us proud at Darlington.
Yes, sir. We'll do what we can. Thank y'all. Y'all have a good night.
You too. All right, and with that is going to end our Daytona 400 race coverage here in the BSR Cup Series League. If you enjoyed this, please come back for next week. It's a full-lengther. It's a Darlington. Track too tough to tame, the Lady in Black. I'm excited for it. Colin, you excited for it?
Yeah, it is certainly going to be a great test for our guys. We already raced at Darlington once this year. We did a half a race. We did about 200 miles or 250 miles. This is going to be 500 miles, 367 laps. It is going to be, I think, longer than the 600. So it is going to be the ultimate test of these drivers against that racetrack. It is certainly going to be a fun one to watch, and we'll see over the next 10 weeks who will be the inaugural first ever BSR Cup Series champion. Can't wait.
Absolutely. And with that, we thank you all for coming out, and we hope that you will come back and watch next week. Have a good night.